What is conflict? Conflict is a disagreement between two or more parties that results from incompatible interests. The traditional view is that conflict is destructive, but some conflict is valuable to the work environment. The goal for managers is to learn how to leverage the benefits of conflict while minimizing its costs. Let's learn more about the different types of conflict. Most models of conflict divide it into two types: task conflict and relationship conflict. Task conflict refers to disagreements about the job, the task, or some other work-related issue. For instance, people may have different ideas about how a project should be completed. Task conflict has little to do with people, and it involves very little emotion. In fact, people can still get along really well, even when they experience task conflict. This type of conflict can result in better decisions and better performance. It encourages people to share new ideas, take others' perspectives, and think critically about the information that is presented to them. It also encourages people to discuss the conflict with the group and actively solve problems instead of avoiding them. If managed incorrectly, task conflict can also lead to negative outcomes, like decreased productivity. In fact, the relationship between task conflict and performance is curvilinear. This means moderate amounts of it is actually good for performance. Low conflict means people aren't challenging themselves or their assumptions. High conflict means people can't get anything done because they can't agree on how to proceed. Task conflict can also lead to impaired communication and coordination. It can reinforce stereotypes and lead people to focus on their differences instead of working through them. Plus, too much of it could lead to relationship conflict. Relationship conflict refers to a disagreement that results from differences in personal characteristics, like values or personality. Because it is personalized, relationship conflict often fuels people's emotional responses. That is, our emotions tend to run hotter in relationship conflict than in task conflict. In addition, relationship conflict can distract people from getting things done and hurt the group's productivity and decision-making capabilities. It can also damage relationships and hurt how the group works together. So how do we address conflict? The first step is to diagnose its source, and the second step is to adapt our conflict management style accordingly. By understanding the difference between task and relationship conflict, managers can begin to develop the skills they need to diagnose and adapt to any conflict situation.